me get my camera.
Turn it up, it's talking wrestling time. Pondwater and Amy, partners in crime. Dropping facts with laughs and trivia too. Pro wrestling tales coming straight to you. Stories wild and questions quick. Amy and Dave with the perfect kick. Tune in every week, don't miss the ride. Wrestling knowledge served with pride. Talking wrestling, it's a wild ride. Dave and Amy kicking ass on the wild side. Grab a chair and join the spree. It's all about the wrestling fantasy. They rant, they rave, they won't behave. Wrestling fans, come out your cave. It's time to party and misbehave. Talking wrestling, time to go. Ring the bell and start the show. They rant, they rave, they won't behave. Wrestling fans, come out your cave. It's time to party and misbehave. Talking wrestling, time to go. Ring the bell and start the show.
Hello and welcome in for another fun edition to Talking Wrestling with Pondwater and Amy. I'm Pondwater Dave. Joined with me as always is the First Lady of the Arn Anderson Fan Club, Miss Amy Vaughn.
Got my Arn Anderson shirt on today too.
You can't beat that.
Nope, not at all. And I get to see him. So let's start. Today is July 1st. My birthday's in July. I celebrate the whole entire month. Like, I just feel like I owe it to all those who did not make it to my age to celebrate a birthday. I don't want to take that for granted, that I'm going to grow old and be, 90 and a little old lady still probably watching wrestling. Yeah. So I celebrate the whole entire month. At the end of the month, I'm going to get to see Arn Anderson at the Gathering in Charlotte.
Hey now.
Well, and I'm super
gathering
excited.
Time. Wow.
I know. I'm super excited.
Well, and happy birthday. Obviously. We'll just tell you happy birthday. Oh, yeah. She shoehorned that in real quick, didn't she? She wasted no time to talk about her birthday month.
Actually, it's because of Arn. I wanted to tell you why I was going to go see him.
Oh.
So,
anyway. You know what you were doing 2 years ago today?
What was I doing?
You were here. On the show. You were here with me. We were.
What was I doing?
In Vicksburg, Mississippi for BIW.
Oh, yes, it was, wasn't it?
Ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you believe it's been 2 years?
No, I can't. That is. I mean, no.
You're having fun.
It's crazy how time flies. But yeah,
how much can you hear the storm in the background?
I can hear it. Well, we talked earlier before the show. I'm like, is that thunder? Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the power went out once. It flickered. It was flickering, then it went out. So everything got rebooted. Then I started loading the studio. So now my butt's clenched. Well, I mean, every time it thunders, I'm like, ugh. I mean, now'd be a good time to put a piece of charcoal in my butt, and
by the
time the storm's over, you probably have a diamond.
Well, goodness, I understand that. You, like you said,
that's science. No, that's science.
We are educational on this show, just in case you didn't know that could happen. But yeah, I hear your storm. Like I said, we had storms last night. I'm sure it's rolling in. I mean, the rain is it's either blistering 150 degrees or it's 150 and it's rainy, which makes it muggy, which is
you have to tell me
worse. I think
I got up and mowed this morning, and it was pretty pleasant for the first half of the job.
Yes.
And then it was real hot, and now it's going to rain, and the shit will be growing back out again by tomorrow.
At least you got it done this morning. That's good. Did you get it all done?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's good. It's not going to be like half a yard.
No, it looks like a park out there. I've got my grandkid. I've got my two grandsons from Texas here, David and Jackson.
Yes.
And Jackson's been out. Jackson's the outdoors one, and I bought him a BB gun, and he's been out shooting cans, and he's gotten really good with his aim, though.
Awesome. How long are they there?
2 weeks.
Oh, that's so
2 weeks.
fun. I remember going to my grandparents for a couple weeks. You know, that was always so fun.
Yeah, we got we're going to take them down to Hattiesburg to the zoo on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Are you off? Are y'all kind of tag teaming it?
No, I'm off. I took a vacation this week.
Nice.
And next week I'll have them in the evenings, and then I'll take them home.
Uh-huh.
I'll take them home. They're going to go home on the 19th. No. They're going to go home on the
12th?
The 12th. 13th. That's Sunday.
That Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big wrestling weekend too.
We're having trouble streaming. I know everybody's.
Hi, Josh.
Everybody's. I'm getting messages that apparently Meta's having problems because I can't get on Instagram.
Oh.
Saying that we may not be broadcasting on Facebook. Doesn't matter though. If you're at markoutmoments.net.
Yeah.
Moments YouTube, you can get us. That's where we're at, Daddy.
Ooh, Dynamite 300. Where is that going to be, Josh? That's kind of crazy to think I mean, again, talk about time flying. I remember watching the first Dynamite, and now here we are, 300. I think it's a pretty stacked show too, from what I saw. All the different things that they're going to be having. It's such a great time to live. Ontario, what are you doing in California or Canada? Is there an Ontario, California?
No.
Probably Canada. What are
California.
You doing in Canada? Oh, you think it is California?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ontario is also in Canada.
Yeah. Well, he put CA, so
Canada.
Didn't CA California?
But how would you put Canada? I don't know.
I'm not going either way.
I
know next week, July 9th, they're going to be in Garland, Texas for Dynamite. Then of course, their biggest show on the 12th will be All In.
Okay, Los Angeles. Okay. That I understand that, Coach. I know, like it's going to be like.
I don't know how Coach got Ontario and Los Angeles confused.
Is it like a suburb or something? He's like having to really explain it for us. He's like, California.
Yeah, he's turned into Ram McNally in the chat.
We appreciate it though, because we obviously had a little bit of a discussion. So we definitely appreciate you, Josh, helping us out. Next weekend is going to be an absolute slobber knocker of wrestling. I mean, like, I don't think we could go. There's going to be very little time between AEW, Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution, NXT, whatever else is going to be going on.
The Saturday Night Main Event, though, we have Goldberg versus Gunther. Hey, even your dog's excited that Goldberg's back. Capone is on board with Goldberg.
Oh my
Mark
God.
Twice if Goldberg's going to win, Capone.
He said, Like, I don't know if I'm going to go crazy and think that he's going to win. Oh, Ontario is a suburb of Los Angeles. So there we go.
And StarCast will be in full force.
I know.
They have the best stage show planned. It's a Texas wrestling panel. It's going to have Kevin Von Erich, Stan Hansen, Dory Funk, JBL, Dustin Rhodes. It's a who's who of Texas wrestling. That's some Texas wrestling royalty there.
I know that. I mean, Tully Blanchard's on there, I believe.
I don't think Tully's on that.
No, that's right. No, we had that conversation, didn't we? I keep trying to put him on the panel, apparently. I don't know what he was barking at. Can you do your big time belt? Is it too early? Well,
no, it's never too early for big time belts.
I'm just going to go check and make sure he doesn't have to go potty because I'm the only one here. So.
All right. We'll do the commercial up front.
Okay.
Hey, y'all need some championship belts? Big Time Belts is who you go to. Facebook.com. Big Time Belts. Join the group. Make your belt dreams come true. This is some of his newest work. Look at the etching on this ECWA, East Coast Wrestling Association Championship belt. Look at that. It's magnificent. Look at the engraving. Look, just the craftsmanship. The absolute craftsmanship on this belt blows me away. I love this style of belt. It's like it's a variation of the world class light heavyweight, which hits real hard for me. He's got New England and the tri-state area on one side. They got the southern states, and I can't tell what that is. It might be Pennsylvania because he's got his watermark on that picture. But I've been promising y'all a masterpiece belt, and now I'm able to show it to you. Battle Zone Championship Wrestling has this new belt.
Ooh.
And nobody's got one like it.
This
is a complete original design. They came up with the design with an AI. A friend of his gave him the design through that was playing with it with AI, and then we tweaked it. It's not exactly what the AI came up with, but we tweaked it a little bit. If you'll notice, the established in the 2002, those are relief pieces sitting on top of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Battle Zone and the Championship are on top of the plate, and the middle BCW is on top of the plate.
That's nice.
It's so stacked. This belt is stacked like you wouldn't believe.
How much do you think it weighs?
The guy that owns it says he thinks it's 20 pounds. I would guess it's
Ooh.
probably 15. But I mean, you just look at that craftsmanship.
Yeah.
You tell the CNC work. I cannot recommend the CNC work that Big Time Belts does enough.
What is CNC work? What are you saying?
It's an etching machine.
Oh, the
CNC,
etching.
Yeah. If you'll notice the tank, that tank is a relief piece sitting on that plate.
All of them? All three tanks?
No, the one on the end.
Oh, okay.
And
that one looks like it too at the end.
I mean, you just can't tell. And the leather work, let's don't forget the leather work. And what makes this belt so different is the plating. It's not gold plating. It's not nickel plating. This belt is copper plated. I don't remember ever seeing a copper plated belt.
Interesting.
And the guy asked, could he get it copper? And Battle Zone Championship Wrestling here in Mississippi, I would go so far to say is they have one of the nicest, most unique championship belts in the wrestling industry. Not just in the independents.
Right. No, you're right. Did he say why he wanted it in copper? Is there a reason?
The way the picture looked.
The way it looked. Oh, that's cool.
And the copper's part of the plating process, so it works. I would think it's absolutely beautiful belt. I can't wait to hold it. I can't wait to hold it up over my head in the ring.
You better start working out if it's 15 to 20 pounds.
Hopefully I'll get the opportunity. We talked about I'm going to the Pharaoh Funk books BCW. He owns BCW, and he's going to get me down there sometime this year. We're going to make that work. Just absolutely from start to finish was cool. There's another belt that I can't wait to show you. I got the plate. They're plated. We're about to get. It's on its way to get leather done, and it was designed by our producer, my lovely wife Stephanie, and as excited as I am about this one, wait till you see what she's come up with, and as soon as we can reveal it on the show, we will.
That's exciting.
And it'll be sooner than later. It'll be by the end of the month. We'll definitely be after media day. We'll be able to show it. Big Time Belts, Facebook.com, and we want to thank them for sponsoring our show.
It makes sense. You should have a belt reveal in my birthday month. Just saying.
There we go.
And Stephanie is super creative, so I can only imagine what she has come up with. I think that's going to be so fun.
All right. What month again did you say it was?
This one, July.
What about it?
Uh-huh. You better remember.
Tell me one more time.
It's the best month of the year.
And why is that?
Because it's my birthday month. And I celebrate the whole month. Because birthdays should be celebrated. Not everybody gets to be the age that you are.
All right.
So.
Hey, I know I wanted to set up a Facebook. I wanted to set up a Facebook event for my 100th birthday, and it won't let me do it that far out.
Well, how far can you do?
I don't know. I didn't try. I mean, I wasn't shooting for my 90th.
Well, maybe you should just do 60, 70, 80. Maybe you should do it all and just see if it will let you, if you've established a pattern. I'm going to have a birthday party every 10 years. Outthink it, I guess. I don't know. Interesting. You want to live to be 100?
Heck, I don't want to go.
Well, I know, but I mean,
I'd kind of like to set the record.
You do? I don't know. I mean, you would.
I mean, as long as everything works. If I don't get Alzheimer's,
right?
That's my biggest fear. I don't want to get Alzheimer's, but
does it run in your family?
My great grandmother had it.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody you know, more than likely, if you're 100, is not going to be here. You know, like that's kind of wild to think about it.
I'll tell them bye.
Look what TNA Top 10 says. It won't go 10 years, indicating you're 90.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
I gotta think that's Andrew.
It could be. That could be. I don't know. Terry has some good ones. He'll zing you every so often. You never know. I think it's probably Terry because Andrew would be under his name. He ain't gonna hide behind.
I think Andrew comes in as TNA Top 10 though, because it's YouTube. Because it's the YouTube channel.
Oh, tell us, Top TNA. I don't know what that means. Who? You don't give who access? Terry or Andrew? Reveal yourself. Oh, but yeah, we got a lot of wrestling, and SummerSlam is right around the corner. So I mean, it's just like I said, it's going to be a wild July, and you got the BIW show, which we'll
get to, but yeah,
it's going to be awesome.
A lot of exciting things going on, but there was some good wrestling this past weekend. And why don't we get into it?
Definitely.
The WWE got their nervous asses on an airplane and flew to the Middle East last week.
I'm sure they were very heavily protected and guarded.
I think they knew they were okay, but there had to be a little bit of butt pucker going on.
I was going to say.
Because there might have been a lot of them that felt pretty good about it, and they don't get to drink on the planes like they used to. Yeah. So, there was one or two that
created some diamonds.
I bet you. I can't imagine. But
yeah, I mean, like you said, that their security was probably top notch. I mean, that, no offense, but that is not the kind of publicity you want. A WWE plane shot down or whatever, like that would have been absolutely nightmare.
That's a statement.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta admit that their visits to Saudi Arabia and the way they present it and the way that they do their packages about Saudi Arabia, they really make it a place that I would like to visit. It looks like a really neat place to visit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm never going to.
I was going to say, please send pictures.
Yeah,
I probably will not be visiting.
But I'm just saying that they make Riyadh look so beautiful. I mean, I'm sure it is beautiful. I love how they show that one building that lights up and they can change the colors of it. And
yes. You're right. You're right. I mean, it was a very beautiful, all the all the
I
pictures,
feel
all
like
the tours, things that they showed the wrestlers doing. Very nice.
I feel like that they worked with WWE as it's a promotion piece for the country. I think
Oh,
that they're trying to show that. I mean, well, we have 4 women's matches. We had women
uh,
referees out there. We had women's matches.
you have women in the audience that were
Yeah,
not,
I'm just saying that,
you know.
and I think that I think their partnership with WWE is I'm trying to not it's not they're promoting themselves. They're promoting themselves. They're
Yes. Oh, yes.
putting their
Yes.
best foot forward and presenting themselves in a very positive light.
100%. And good morning, Ben. Make sure I say hello. Ben is
Morning,
our
Ben. Willie
Australian
Buck's here.
fan. I always like to say hi to him.
We got
No,
Coach Wellesley.
yeah. It's very reciprocal. The WWE is there and make sure that, they're posting things. I mean, they're paying you that much money. Like,
Yeah,
surely you can, you can work on that together. I mean, and plus too, we all know WWE has such a top notch, they make the best packages and what's the word? Lord help
production
me.
value,
Yeah, but what are they? That's oh my god.
vignettes,
Vignettes, thank you. They do the best on a vignette and can really put things together. So I mean, yeah, we definitely see that
and
throughout the event and different things that they show us.
they announced that in 2026 they have the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
I don't mean the greatest Rumble ever that they just let them do. The actual Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia next year.
Yep.
WWE is no longer an American company. It is a worldwide entity. It they don't. I mean, they're worldwide.
Well, and I think too, if you caught our pre-show on Saturday, it was myself, Justin, and Dollar Bill Dave. Dave kind of said it. They acted like wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah, I
the
want to call out the American fans that we have to step our game up
we're
because
used to.
the international fans. Ben Jones points out that Crown Jewel tickets go on sale there today. They're in
And also,
Australia. They got Crown Jewel.
oh,
Remember, Crown Jewel
hey,
was going to Saudi Arabia. Now it's in Australia.
hey. Well,
So
again, they went. I'm sure when they came to Perth last year, right? I mean, I agree with, especially since we can watch it. I mean, it's not
oh yeah,
like
we watch it early.
we can even watch it
I
early.
I like afternoon pay-per-views. And I'll tell
And
you what else I
then
liked last night. And while we're
what?
talking about it, is I like that Raw came on at 5 o'clock and it was over at 7:30.
I missed all that, but that's okay.
But yeah, but I'm saying it was over. Like
No, I
7:30.
know. I know
And
what
I'm
you're
like,
saying.
now what do I do with the rest of my night? This is nice.
Well, that was just like Night of Champions coming on at noon. That was nice. You just
Yeah.
kind of watched it and oh, the Elimination Chamber was there, Ben said. Um, and why should they not? Like you said, WWE is international. Why should all the fans around the world not get to see their favorite stars? Like, I mean, that makes complete sense. I mean, they're wrestling fans.
And they put and they make I mean we all of a sudden the American wrestling fan is like like the Japanese fans used to be where they just politely sat on their hands and I mean the I got chill bumps and I'll wait till we get to the match, but I digress. It's just this crowd showed out and I can't imagine. I mean, the performers they couldn't hide it. They couldn't hide the extra oomph that they got out of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that has to be, I mean, in anything that you do, that you're doing, and you have people that are just, and you just hear all the cheers, the roar of the cheers and the crowd. I mean, that has to make just that adrenaline flow, and you want to do the best. I mean, I
And
think that's for all athletes, like on that kind of stage where you are in front of a packed crowd. or an actor or actress like in a play. I think that's just amazing.
Also, I found it interesting that they were able to broadcast SmackDown on Friday live on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And then played the recorded version on USA in its normal time slot.
I didn't realize that.
I was like, because
that
made my head question the business side, that they have the kind of relationship now with USA that they can take a USA property, SmackDown, and broadcast it hours earlier on their other partner, Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that is. That's just crazy to me.
Did they advertise it? I don't even. But again,
I didn't know it was going to be on. I just heard it was on, and then I heard it was on Netflix.
Interesting. Is there something with Netflix and USA? Like, are they owned by the same people or any kind of?
No.
Okay, I didn't know
that just kind of surprised me. And then, of course, you're in Saudi Arabia, so let's defend the United States Championship, the women's and the women's. Now, in fairness, I'm going to say that you could have you had the United States Championship being defended, but not the intercontinentally. But Dominic was scheduled to defend it against AJ Styles, and he's hurt. Right. So there was an intercontinental, and they didn't put the women's intercontinental on there.
Right.
But we have a new women's United States champion in Julia. I think Julia defeated Selena Vega.
Yeah. I mean, it was Selena Vega. So, yeah, Julia.
Yeah, Julia. And that was kind of surprising that happened over there. And
but is it Julia from Stardom?
Yes. Julia's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
That's what I was thinking.
We haven't seen
from Stardom. So, I'm not saying that they want, but I'm just saying geographically, we're kind of in this, for Stardom, at least Japan, Asia. I don't know. Maybe not.
WWE hasn't presented Julia to be as big a star as she actually is. But I mean, it's kind of like they kind of on half throttle, but
you know how they don't like it when people are not homemade, I guess.
But she can't be denied. Her Stephanie McCool, you're seeing them. They didn't stay in NXT long. They can't. That level of talent can't be denied.
Right. You know what? Well, why don't you? Okay, let's talk about Stephanie and what's her name?
God bless you. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, yay, wear our shirt. Do a sign, Pondwater Amy 28. Maybe people will start thinking that is people we need to those people are really running.
No, here's what I want to do, because I want to congratulate Dave LaGreca and Busted Open. They persevered, and now the wrestling channel, their channel on Sirius 156, was formerly Fight Nation, is Pro Wrestling. They gave it a pro wrestling title, but the main news is that it's a wrestling channel 24/7 now.
Love it.
And congratulations to them. So the next thing, instead of Pondwater Amy 28, how about Pondwater and Amy 24/7? Is they need to let us be on Busted Open.
Heck yeah. I mean, I think we do great at 3 a.m., the witching hour.
We do it.
100%. I'll do it live.
We'll get up and do it live before I go to work.
If they want us, make sure you clip this and tag them.
Yeah.
Good things. Remind me. I want to have
something original if they want something original. Exactly. And heck, they wouldn't even have to pay us. They're just giving us the rub.
Right. I might have to be paid to get up at 3. I'm not a morning person.
Well, I'm saying
I might have to have something dangle. But if we got
when they're doing their show
repeats,
waiting to get up until they're, because like every night they'll do a show following, because there's wrestling on television 5 nights a week.
Exactly.
So so in the evening time, or hey, they could put us on Tuesdays at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. Hey, we're here, just throwing it out there.
Yes. Call me. Anyway,
we need a hashtag. We need to get that going.
Yes, please. Ben, I'm going to put you in charge, because you've pretty much brought Australia to us. So can you bring Busted Open to us? I want to. Well, we'll digress because there's a match. My question can come up later.
All right, let's jump right in. Let's go ahead and jump into the PLE. This was added last week, right after they announced that Dominic wasn't going to be defending the title.
Mm-hmm.
We have Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. Karrion Kross had been baiting in Sami Zayn, and he finally got what he wanted. He's been playing mind games with him. I'm super excited to see Karrion Kross on a big stage. Finally, I think the world of this guy. Kind of kills his gimmick, but he's really one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. You can't help but like him when you meet him. Scarlett too, and he's so talented, and I think the world of him, and I think him and Sami put on. You're always going to get a good show with Sami Zayn. Mm-hmm. Sami Zayn's very entertaining performer, wrestler, and I like this match.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. I mean, I think again, I watched the pre-show again because I was like, I knew what I said, but I was like, I want to make sure. I think we all felt Sami was going to win. He's very beloved in Saudi Arabia. Like, he's a baby face. Like, that just wasn't going to happen there. So, do you think Karrion Kross would be better off venturing out on his own, aka Zack Ryder, some of the Elijah, like some of the other ones?
He did. That's how he got back.
Well, but I'm just saying now, like, again, wrestling is hotter than ever. Even before, I don't feel like they know what to do with him.
Well, I think they got a plan though, because Sami beat him, but he attacked Sami with a pipe Monday night before Sami's match. Sami went to the ring with his ribs taped up. Karrion Kross beat the hell out of him backstage. It's not over. No,
I don't think it's over.
I mean, he got his heat. He got his heat right back. So
okay.
So they've got plans for him. I think it's going somewhere.
Okay. That sounds good.
I just think that they've kind of drugged their feet finding a spot for him.
Yeah, or just not sure what to. Again, it's like, how many big brooding.
But I mean, what he's done backstage, look, he's responsible for the New Day's attitude change.
Oh no, I like it. I like it. I just, like you said, I don't feel like they've really jumped on this too much, but I'm glad he's getting it.
But they've quietly worked him in the background, so he hadn't been out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I got high hopes that they're going to continue to do something with him.
Yes.
Because when he got beat Saturday, I'm like, oh, but I knew, it kind of like, I thought he needed it, but Sami needed it, and they love Sami over there.
I was going to say, I don't think Sami needed it, but they love him over there, and they weren't going to let him. And again, if they have plans, this is just that one step. So
right.
I'm willing to
he got
watch
his heat back. So
yeah, I'm willing to watch and see what happens.
Let's do that. This one went on the pre-show. We got Solo Sikoa challenging Jacob Fatu.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the vignettes and stuff, and they showed where
I meant
Solo
to ask.
said he's all gas, no brains, all gas.
Mm-hmm.
That ought to be a shirt, by the way.
It might be.
Fatu should lean into that.
I meant to ask Dollar Bill Dave. So again, on the pre-show, this is the only match that went against the betting odds. Jacob Fatu was why are words so hard for me today? Jacob Fatu was
the odds-on favorite.
Odds-on favorite. Thank you very much. This is the only match on this card where in the betting anyway, that the odds-on favorite did not win. Jacob Fatu did not win.
But I said
we did talk about how this was a very hard match for anybody to really decide. We did feel like, I said, we got it all right. We just got the wrong person. We did feel like there would be more bloodlines people coming in, which did happen.
Regardless of the outcome, I felt like it was a launching point for something new for Solo Sikoa.
Yes.
And I said that I thought that they would do something if Fatu was going to lose, they were going to screw him. But I felt like it was regardless, it was going to be this is the lot. This is where we're making our turn to go to the next. Right. And we got Haku's son, and I don't know what they were calling him, Tonga.
I feel like these names are all the same.
But they gave him and he's huge. This is Haku's kid.
Yes.
And so now we're in Bloodline. Is this Bloodline 3.0 or 4.0 at this point? But now you got Fatu, and you got Fatu. I could see them putting Jimmy and Jay back together. I could see that because Jay's kind of, Tola Tonga is what. Thank you so much for that, Terry.
Well, who was the first guy that came out? Tonga Loa?
No, that was JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb.
No, not him. No, I'm sorry. The one that has been out. That came in the ring. One of the.
I thought that was JC Mateo that was in there.
No, this was.
Was Tonga Loa back? Or
yes.
Tamatonga?
See, I have to look. Yes, because there was 2 people. So I think it was Tonga Loa came back. He had been out for like almost a year, or since Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And then the new guy, who is, like you said, he's huge.
He's beast.
We did say at the pre-show, we felt like Solo needed something. He was just twisting in the wind. And I do feel like the title, I think we are launching to something. We'll have to see where it goes.
There's more of those Samoans. There's more of those Samoans under contract and ready. So,
and this is the other thing. I think they mentioned it on TNA. Like Jeff Cobb. Why is he in this group? He's not a Samoa. He's not a bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand why he's in this group. If they start bringing in more.
Well, he's a badass.
Well, so am I, but I'm not in there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's sticking out, and I don't know why. I don't know. Have they ever said what the connection was? Like, why is Jeff Cobb or JC Mateo?
There he is.
He don't even have a Fatu. No.
You're correct, Andrew. Jeff Cobb did belong in WWE years ago.
Okay.
He is incredible, and that's why he's JC Mateo.
And I get that he's incredible, but I don't know. I don't like him in this group. I don't know.
Well,
again, with as many of the brothers, we have everybody coming in. Now, if you tell me his dad is like, where's the link? I think Allison was talking about this on Top TNA.
I still don't see Solo as the killer that he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good relaunch. He's got him more muscle, and you have babyfaced the hell out of Fatu. He was already organically, the crowd loved him regardless. Mm-hmm. He was gonna get that he could club kittens and still be over status.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now watching Fatu go against him, and he's completely outmanned. He's outmanned and outgunned right now.
Definitely.
So, because you ain't got nothing else going on if Roman comes back, and you got the other 2, Jimmy and Jay. Sammy wraps up what he's got going on. I could see you could have another bloodline war working up to Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are kind of.
Yeah. You got to be adding some
long-term storytelling.
Does Jacob have any brothers or anybody that could be coming up?
Man,
I'm just trying to. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think, like, is there someone else that could be? But it doesn't matter. Solo and Jay and Jimmy are siblings. So, but
Andrew says in this match proved what everybody already knew. The money is on Jacob. The disparity in the talent, it was staggering.
Jacob
when you say that he's the best of the Samoan wrestlers, and I think he's the best, and I don't even know that it's close.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a very, very special performer, and if he can stay healthy, because normally they don't let their big super heavyweights act like cruiserweights.
Right. He's got it.
Oh
You
God,
know,
yes,
he's got
yeah,
it. And I think we knew that. I mean, again, I know I talk about how we saw him in
infectious personality.
the wrestling showcase a couple years ago,
Yeah,
and we knew it then. Like he just had it. So,
yeah.
and we want the best.
We were all winners here.
Yes, I didn't get it right. I got my ideas were right. Roxanne Perez, she did interfere, but it
Yeah,
did not cost the match. So I was like, I was on the right track. But you're right. I mean, you can't. How can you fight between the two? And I loved how they gave the backstory of them two having been really good friends when they started off. They're both tall. They're both muscular. I thought that was kind of fun, just to kind of give it a little bit more, you know, setting.
yeah.
But I did like that, and to see their looks and how they've changed over. I mean, just how things have kind of changed.
I don't know exactly. I mean, I don't know what exactly goes. I don't know what the with the restrictions on what women can wear in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
But I think telling the girls to cover up, they've just took it to it. I think they turn up the sex appeal like 1,000% with what
Right.
they're wearing to the ring covered up. Like, all right, fuck
Complete.
you guys. Y'all go, y'all got that y'all got that Old Testament mentality that we got to be covered up. But I mean,
Right.
there's nothing left to the imagination on some of it.
Like you said, it could be body paint. On
Yeah.
some of these people.
So I mean, who's zooming who?
Right. Right.
But this was a good
Exactly.
match. I mean, this match is what it was. It was a street fight.
I wish, and I know it doesn't matter. I wish they both weren't wearing black, because it's really picky, but it's like they're very similar in similar outfits, similar. It's just, I don't know. It's like, who's doing what to who? That's just like the nitpickiest of nitpickies.
Well,
But
mommy, mommy comes out. Mommy's always on top.
That's true. That's very true.
Good match though.
Yeah. Hated it.
Did you really?
I didn't hate it. I thought Asuka should have won. I don't think they should have had this match. Like, I don't think Asuka should have been against Jade. I think that
Who are you gonna put in there with her then?
I don't know who. I don't know. I don't. Somebody else. I don't know who it would have been. But
You want to beat Natty again?
sure, I would have rather had that than Asuka.
With what Natty's
honestly.
got going on,
Well,
the transformation from Natalia to Natty.
that's true.
Now's not the time to. I mean, you put a veteran. You put
Did
a
Asuka
ring.
did Asuka beat Natty
No,
to get in?
no, Natty. I don't even think Natty was in the tournament.
Oh, okay, okay.
What I'm saying is that they found a veteran, one of their veteran women that they could put in there with their superstar in the making. Jade's undeniably a star.
Okay.
Let me tell you, when I look at her, I mean, there's just something when it's amazement. It's awe. I'm in awe of her.
Mm-hmm.
It's not lust. I'm amazed by her dedication to what she's done to make to make herself look. Her body is chiseled. Her aura, I think, when you look at her, she is undeniably a star. And I'm not saying that when the bell rings that she's giving you 5-jar matches. She's still green. I mean, she's not green, but she's better than she was. And I mean, she did some stuff in that match. There were some reversals, and and Asuka took good care of her.
100%.
And I think they're trying to say it was a double pin situation, that the pin wasn't valid.
Why the hell would you do that? It's just so weird.
Well, I mean, they showed
because
the clip.
it was because it was
they showed the clip. They showed the clip from last year They
Yeah.
showed the clip from last year, and the shoulder was up. Brandy's shoulder was up. I mean, it's whatever you catch, but
Right.
but
So
she's
here I
now
get
she's not going to
every
be the champion, but a minute if she wins it.
right.
Naomi's lurking to cash in.
Right. And again, okay. I totally get that. Uh, you're right. Jade is a star. She's not a good wrestler. And I don't mean that ugly because, like you said, she's green. She's new. That's fine. She needed a veteran, but it shouldn't have been Asuka, especially a clean, whatever it wasn't a clean pin, but you know what I'm saying. I just think. So okay. So this is my other question. Stephanie Vacur, right?
Right?
Stephanie and Julia,
Yes.
amazing. They had to go to NXT. Why did she not have to go to NXT? Why did Jade not go to NXT to get herself? And then she was taken. I mean, she hasn't lit. I mean, again, I'm not taking anything away
She
from
wasn't
her
on
'cause she's
NXT
very good.
programming, but she was there every day.
But no, I'm saying Stephanie, I'm saying other people who are way more legitimate and are way better wrestlers had to go through the NXT system. I'm just saying, I feel like it was maybe even a disservice. Why did they not do that for her? You know?
Yeah.
It's
But
just,
they didn't. It's not like they debuted her immediately.
no. But
They
I'm just saying.
They polished her up before they put her on television. But yeah, I get it. I know what you're saying. But that just speaks
They
to
did
the
not
level of
polish.
star that she is. And they put her in tags with Bianca. So she was learning. I mean,
I'm not saying I have a big problem with her beating Asuka. That's where I'm just like, that is not
and
I
and I
can't
get
buy
what you're
that.
saying. I just want to know
But
who else would you have put in there? Who else was going to take the L from her? Who else was going to win a semifinal to get
who
into the
else was
finals?
who else was in this tournament? I don't even know. I'm just saying they could have picked anybody. I mean, there are hundreds of girls on this roster. Not hundreds, but there's a lot. I don't know. I just don't.
You had other stuff going. Is what I'm saying is you couldn't put Bailey's busy with something else. You know,
What's she busy with that she couldn't
she's busy with Becky.
And she couldn't be in that?
And she's shining up Lyra. She's making Lyra Valkyria look better.
Where's Charlotte? Charlotte didn't want to be in this? We only have 4 veterans. We have Asuka, Charlotte, Bailey, and
Charlotte lost early.
To who? Please don't say Jade.
It wasn't Jade. It was no, they haven't put those two together yet. No, that's a money match. Charlotte lost to who did Charlotte lose to? She put because Alexa Bliss was there trying to because she's got something going on with Alexa Bliss.
Why couldn't Alexa Bliss take the pin? That is a hell of a lot more believable because she's smaller. And I could see where Jade could overpower and get, but Asuka is a great wrestler and she is.
You don't have. I mean, I'm sold on Asuka.
I know. I know you are. I know you are.
But I think Jade beating a star the caliber of Asuka for the Queen of the Ring makes her a very viable threat to the champion.
But she's not a good wrestler. It's a fluke, is what it looks like. Do you see what I'm saying? But it don't matter.
Goldberg wasn't a good wrestler. Goldberg was not a good wrestler. Goldberg was a spear and a jackhammer.
Well, that's not what Jade is doing.
And a jackhammer, and 27 years later, I'm still popping when I hear his music.
Exactly. I'm totally fine with that because that's what he was built on, not having a wrestling match with, someone like, that has technical skills.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know. I digress. I don't understand. Like I
Andrew
said,
says Goldberg sucks. Goldberg sucks, but he's still money. He's still money.
Yeah.
He's got the music. When that music hits, I still get pumped for Goldberg.
Do you think this is a stupid question, but do you think they want his son? Do you think that's the reason why they're kind of stroking? Yeah, Goldberg, come on back, do a last match. Because they see his son as a
well,
potential.
His son's already said that if football's first.
Well, yeah.
And wrestling's WWE is the plan if football didn't work out for him.
Right. No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, get on the good
I
graces.
get you. They're saying who's next in 2025, but I mean, you're next is what he says. So
right.
It's gimmick, and if it's his last match, great. And the one with Taker did not go well. But they must see something in him. They must see something in him because they're gonna put him on NBC.
And that's interesting because where we have seen it in the past is Saudi Arabia, where we think, okay, if you're paying that much for people to come over, you might have a little bit of a say of, hey, we'd love to see, the Undertaker. We'd love to see. So it's kind of interesting that
Gunther embarrassed him. Gunther embarrassed him in front of his family. This is payback. Payback's a bitch. Goldberg doesn't have to win the championship. It didn't even have to be for the championship. Oh my God,
if he
But if it wasn't for the championship, you're automatically saying that he's going over Gunther. For the championship, it's not as predictable.
Right. Well, they had Gunther tap out. So again, I'm not really for sure sometimes what they're doing with him, but I digress.
Speaking of Gunther, did you see him fall down in the ring?
No. When?
Last night.
No, I didn't watch. See, he got
pushed. He got pushed, but he actually fell down. And I don't think he was supposed to fall. It works for the segment, but it doesn't really work for Gunther to be on his ass looking up at who was he looking up at?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. The time got me.
Yeah, it was he got shoved and
you mean like momentum took him over, or do you?
I think so. I think he just got shoved a little hard, and
it was off balance.
Maybe his dress shoes stuck to the mat, or I don't think he was supposed to be on his ass looking up at the end of that segment. That's what I'm saying. But
interesting.
But back to this.
Yeah.
I get you make great point, but I'll tell you this.
Oh, I know, and you're right.
This match brought out a lot of emotion in you. And you're not, but I bet you that emotion is that way with a lot of people.
Well, and again, I'm not taking anything away from Jade. I'm not saying she's a bad. I'm just saying, happy for her. I wish it was a different veteran, because I do like Asuka that much. But
Trish got better on the job too.
Well, again, I'm not saying that Trish
got better on the job.
Yes.
Trish was in a position that Trish was wrestling above her skill level.
100%.
Sable was wrestling above her skill level.
Yes.
Yeah, but still, same thing.
They did not, yes. But the skill level they were trying to reach, you're right. Sable barely wrestled. And
she didn't have to. She didn't have to, is what I'm saying.
But she was, yes. But the level that they were having to wrestle at is so much lower than what it is now. Like it is quadruple, it's just astronomical.
Andrew says Sable was never good. And here I'm going to teach y'all a little professional wrestling. If you ask me, Dave, would you rather be good or would you rather be over? I'm going to be over. Because you know what over does? Over sells merchandise.
Right.
Over puts you on television. Over puts you in positions like Jade Cargill's in.
True. That's true.
So,
and you're right. That presentation for Queen of the Ring was made for her. It was. And there's
really a tag team. There's a tag team on the other channel There's tag team on the other channel that they're enjoying a lot of. They enjoy all the success they're enjoying is because they're over, but they're not good at professional wrestling.
Right.
But they're over.
And again, she's getting better. I want to make sure that very clear. I'm not saying downing her. I just wish that it was with. I wish it was against a different wrestler. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, 100%, Andrew. Amy's commentary was on the wrestling, but this is a storytelling vehicle because we know that Naomi's ready to cash in.
Right.
Now,
right.
I would love to see Naomi fail in her attempt to cash in. But I think it's Naomi cashes in and
right. You got to do it whenever.
And then we're gonna slip Charlotte Flair in there to beat Naomi, and everybody will be pissed off about that. or Stephanie Vacour or Julia's gonna beat her because they're gonna push those two to the moon.
I hope they do.
I mean, there's so many good women. We're not even talking about Jordan Grace.
That's true.
That's lost in the shuffle, and she's every bit of a superstar. You see what I'm saying? That's how good the women's division is in WWE right now.
Right.
And they're still good in NXT. It's like they're not running out anytime soon.
Right. Yeah. I didn't even think.
They got a star factor.
You forget that Jordan Grace is even in WWE because she is down there in NXT.
When you start talking about Becky Lynch and Jordan Grace, and Becky's damn Intercontinental Champion, and it's a matter of fact because there's so many good front and center talents women's wrestling right now. They kicked off the night. I hear voices in my head, and that crowd screamed his lyrics. They did on SmackDown too, and it went on after they turned the music off. They kept singing. I would have audibled. I would have audibled and had Randy Orton win and fixed it later. And you could have fixed it later. Just because they sang Cody's song too, but they didn't sing it like they sang Randy Orton's song.
You know what? And here's another thing, and I'm not trying to be, you go back and listen, the crowd cheered for Asuka. They didn't cheer for Jade. Like 100%. They did Asuka. And so
100%. Jade was the heel. Jade was the heel there. And Randy, Cody wrestled like a heel in this match, and I'm here for it. Cody was very aggressive. He was wrestling like a heel. Randy had to work hard to he pulled the turnbuckle cover off.
Right.
I think he threatened to punt his head. But man, I think it's one of the best matches I've seen Cody have this year.
It was definitely a good match. I enjoyed it.
This was the match of the night. Nothing was going to top this match. Nothing topped this match. I loved it, man. There was a time that I would have left the room just because I didn't want to see Randy Orton. But you know why? Because Randy Orton was so good at the Legend Killer. That's another thing I noticed is that Cody called him the Legend Killer. He don't call himself Legend Killer anymore. But Cody pointed out Legend Killer. And when he did, the way that Randy looked at him, I mean, I think that might be foreshadowing that the Legend Killer could be coming back.
It makes sense. Why would you mention it if it's not? You know what I mean? If it's not something.
I noticed it. It resonated. But, man, I'm telling you, I don't think that I wouldn't be surprised if these two aren't the main event of WrestleMania next year.
Definitely. Well, we talked about it on the pre-show. This does, if Cody ends up taking the title, you've already got lined up at least a competitor for, an opponent for Cody.
Yeah.
And they are in Las Vegas, right? That's where WrestleMania is again. Las Vegas. Yeah. 2 nights.
So, yeah, they're a residency. You got Siegfried and Roy. You got you got Garth Brooks. You
Got new
Celine
kids on the
Dion.
block.
You got Celine Dion. You got WrestleMania.
That's
with their
right.
Las Vegas residency.
Man, how cool would that be?
Hey, money talks and bullshit walks.
No kidding. No kidding.
This was a great match. Cody put the crown on. I don't know. Women's crown. I think the women's crown is much prettier than the men's crown when they showed the details of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew Cody Cena.
Yeah.
And we'll talk at the end of when we're wrapping up. I heard an interesting theory today on TikTok.
Okay.
And the guy makes a good point. And I'd already thought that it was a possibility, but I didn't take it as far as he did. And we'll talk about it at the end. That's tease.
I like a good conspiracy theory.
All right. We had CM Punk and John Cena. I want to say first that CM Punk's promo, the Thugonomics deal that he did Friday night on SmackDown, I liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
I did.
I did. I liked it too.
Oh, that inside baseball, I'd quit too if they hired my ex. So much good.
Yeah.
So much good there. And hey, CM Punk talked a lot of shit about Saudi Arabia, but they were singing Cult of Personality. They did not have an issue with CM Punk.
He had to.
And they got really loud with John Cena Sucks when John Cena came out.
Oh, yeah.
With his music. Andrew says this match did not live up to its hype. I didn't think there was any way it could. Yeah. I will say I think it's the best match John Cena's had since he's been back.
Yeah,
I didn't hate the match. Charles Robinson is the freaking GOAT of professional wrestling referees.
Taking that hit.
God almighty. That Charles Robinson is going to be 61 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Charles Robinson. Well, I'm saying happy birthday. Happy birthday to Rooster Rooster.
Yes, Rooster.
There ain't no point in me butchering up his last name. Olivo. Rooster is a big-time supporter and sponsor of Bayou Independent Wrestling. He's a hell of a guy.
And he's a good lawyer. So, if you ever need anything, hit him up.
And a better human being. And, you just can't help it. If you meet Rooster, you can't help but love Rooster. Happy birthday to Rooster. Happy birthday to the Von Erich's bodyguard, Bill Colville. Mr. Bill's birthday is today.
The bodyguard. Sorry, that wasn't very nice.
Well, I'm at it. I'm throwing
July's a great month for birthdays.
Throwing out happy birthdays. Why not?
It was, again, we love watching them wrestle 20 years ago. It was fine. There's a lot of. I'm really surprised on some of the things that happened that didn't happen. I'm really surprised R-Truth didn't come out. I didn't understand why he didn't, or you had Aleister Black. You had all these people in previously, but then it was all about CM Punk and Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't really a John Cena reason for the match to be interfered. Does that make sense? You understand what I'm saying?
Well, Seth Rollins had Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, but he was coming out specifically for CM Punk. They talked about that on commentary.
He could have cashed in and pinned Punk, and he was champion.
Yes, I do understand that, but I'm just saying it wasn't like he's staring at John Cena. He's staring at CM Punk. I just thought
he hates CM Punk.
No, I know.
This is established. This is a built-in feud that's.
Oh, definitely.
But John Cena, they tried to screw Cena. Cena got out of it.
Yeah, I was confused for a few seconds. I put that in our chat. I was like, I turned my head for 30 seconds to do something. I thought when I saw Seth Rollins come down, I thought CM Punk must have just pin John Cena because I was like, I wasn't thinking about him being inserted into the match. I thought he was coming down to cash in. I was like, damn, I just missed CM Punk pinning John Cena. And then there was all that other gaga going on. I was
Yeah.
like, and I put in the chat, I'm like, who the hell's the champion? Like, who is it? What's going on? So it took me a minute. Don't ever turn your heads.
Hey, it was I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot, but the finish was well executed. I mean,
Yeah,
it was almost too well executed because that referee made it back in just right at the right time.
Right. Well,
just quick enough to make the pin, but just slow enough not to see what had happened.
That's some good acting right there.
Well, I mean, it was. I mean, they nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, it was what we thought it would be. We knew there was going to be some kind of interference. At least it wasn't just a hit with the belt and moved. I mean, at least we got a little bit something else. But I mean, I don't know why Bless Penta came down dancing. It just was so. I mean, I guess he was distracting. Man, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in those black suits. I could look at that all day. I'm just saying.
Now I'm gonna tell you. Now this is where WWE's wrong. Chelsea Green has her seek her service.
Yes.
And those girls are dressed up like bodyguards, Secret Service, wearing black suits.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've got Seth Rollins. Those two don't need to be dressed up like that. I mean, you already had it going on with Chelsea Green.
Right. Do they always wear black? I just thought they were wearing because that's a nice look, black on black.
I don't know if somebody needs to think about it, that you've already got this going on with Secret Service.
Make sure they change it up a little bit.
There's no reason that Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are so physically intimidating.
Right.
They don't need to be wearing they don't have to wear black suits.
Right. They look pretty damn sexy. I ain't gonna lie. That was a nice look. And I'll have to pay attention.
I think you were into Bronson Reed because you're also into Brody King, and
oh my God,
you definitely have a type, and you could tat Sean up a little bit, and he fits right into that type. I see it.
Tad, he needs a beard. He don't want to grow a beard for me. Whatever. Yeah, I like Allison Faye and we both were like a kind of a bigger man, just big wrap your arms around you kind of thing. Nothing wrong with that.
So I thought this was a really good show.
Yeah.
I've seen better. But I mean, it was entertaining. It was 4 jars. I was entertained. I wasn't there all day.
Right.
And I watched it in the car because we were traveling.
Oh yeah.
But I thought it was a really, really good show.
And it moved some things forward. We saw Solo win the title.
We launched the next thing for the Bloodline. We launched the next thing for Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
Yep.
John Cena continues to roll.
We've got 2 winners that are going on to wrestle at SummerSlam against for the championship, right? With the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring.
Jade's going to go after Tiffy time.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of movement. So
hey, and Asuka Io would have been a better match.
I know.
And I think they ought to give Asuka a title shot against Io on the same card. Just because it'd be a great match.
Would you think that would make? I don't know. I don't know if I'd have it on the same show. Only because, do you think
for 2 nights? Why not?
Oh well, one. Well, yeah, true. One night, the night. That'd be good, but I think you could do a lot of comparison. Tiffany and Jade are not going to be even remotely as good as Asuka and Io Sky will be. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
I was thinking there was a chance. Everybody thinks that Cody's going to get the belt back
at SummerSlam. I guess it's.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that Cena doesn't finish out with it and take the belt with him. If you're
And then they
trying
have
to
like they could do like WrestleMania 4 and have a tournament. I'd be down for that.
what I'm saying is,
Oh.
when a company buys a company,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the theory that I heard earlier that kind of made sense a little bit.
Oh, is this the conspiracy theory?
Conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Okay, John Cena wants to destroy wrestling. He wants to destroy the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes the belt with him. So you don't have a WWE championship anymore.
Oh, you just have the world champion.
Well, when TKO announced it all, and they had their thing at the New York Stock Exchange where they were all there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what they put up on the podium?
You know I don't remember that.
It was a belt. It was a belt, and it was branded TKO.
Oh.
So maybe you use John Cena to take that title, and you take that opportunity to rebrand WWE to TKO Wrestling. And now you've completely separated yourself from Vince. You couldn't do it right out of the gate. Fans would revolt.
Right.
But I know that you could work it in a way that it would work, because I saw Eric Embry and Percy Pringle tear the world-class banner down and rename the place, and the crowd loved it. So what I'm saying is the thinking is that you could do this in a way that might be the time to rebrand WWE to TKO Wrestling. I don't know.
Interesting.
But then Cena rides off into the sunset with the belt, and he's destroyed wrestling the way he said that he was going to.
That's an interesting thought. It really is. But I feel like it's going to end up being one of those things where you call it the brand name regardless of what it is, like Kleenex. Well, that's tissue. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like wrestling is WWE. Like, I think everybody calls it WWE regardless of, when they're talking about wrestling. So that could be a very interesting thing.
Is it like the amateur wrestling, or is it the WWE? Is it WWE?
Exactly. Or is it WWE?
I get it. And I don't think it would be smart. I don't know why you would do it. But
you could, if they wanted to remove themselves or whatever, rebrand, I mean, it's a very interesting thought.
I'm just saying that, and I don't know that SummerSlam's the time to take it off of him. I think you take it off. If you're going to take it off of him, you take it off of him on his last night. And I don't think he's done at SummerSlam. We still got Survivor Series. I mean, they do stuff all the way up to New Year's now. So,
and you're right about that. Like, what
are they going to do with him? What are they going to do with him? They take the title off of him.
Exactly. Like, that doesn't seem. I'm trying to think. I saw him. Was it a Neutrogena commercial? Like, he was in a. I mean, he's been doing a lot of commercials lately, and I feel like I saw it for like face wash. He was the guy in that.
Oh, he's the voice of Honda.
Yeah, but the Neutrogena one kind of threw me off. I mean, that's the first time I'd seen that, but it's like a face cleanser, which everybody should wash their face. It should, man or woman, doesn't matter. Just saying.
And your ass, and wear deodorant, brush your teeth.
But always wash your face before your ass, especially if you're using the same cloth.
Wash your face, you're overachieving. If you wash your ass and your arm and wear some deodorant and brush your teeth.
Exactly.
Before you go to StarCast. That would be much appreciated.
Our listeners know that. I have no doubt. Nobody in our listening group would not brush their teeth or wear deodorant or wash their butt. I don't believe it.
Well,
they're all classy.
Let's keep this thing rolling.
It's time for Amy's Trivia. Can you hang? How big's your brain? It's time to play.
Yeah, you're right. StarCast in Texas. Woohoo! In July, too. Definitely. They might need to hand that stuff out. The
stadium's enclosed.
Cool.
Yeah, the stadium's enclosed. So There's air
Okay.
conditioning.
Okay. Well, good. Well, you know what? You know what Friday is, right? Do you know what Friday is?
The 4th of July.
It's 4th of July. So I was like, I've got to find some good trivia about the 4th of July. And lo and
It's the
behold,
249th birthday of the United States of America.
well, awesome. And you know how I know that? My birthday, I was born in 76. So I was a bicentennial baby. So it makes sense that my 50th birthday, which is next year, would be our 250th birthday. Anyway, ha ha ha. I'm glad y'all going to be hearing it all the time. Just letting you know.
I remember
But
the bicentennial because they had a thing called the Liberty Train that was going around the country,
mhm,
and they had and they also they took the Liberty Bell on tour,
that's
and I
really
remember the
cool.
Liberty Bell coming to my elementary school.
That's really cool. Did it have
Hmm.
the crack in it yet?
Yeah,
Did it? I didn't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know when it got that. So, um, all right. So I found out that the Great American Bash was the third annual Great American Bash event produced by NWA's Jim Crockett, JCP. Like the previous year, it was a series of events held throughout the summer of 1987. How many Great American Bash events were held in 1987? Was it 3, 6, 9, or 12? So they did all these events throughout the summer. But how many of those events happened? Was it
I think
3
they scaled
events,
it back from 86, but
9, or
I'm gonna
12?
go. I'm going with 12 because I found
Anybody?
out doing That Boy Was Busy that they'll use a gimmick every night. So
Yep.
I'm going with 12. Andrew's got 12. Terry's got 6.
Actually, it was 3.
Whoa.
They scaled down events, actual events, not just, going around on tour with the same show. Actual events for StarCast is 3. And the first one was on July 4th.
The actual event for what?
What'd I say? The Great
Star-
American Bash. I
Oh, you
said
said
StarCast.
Starcast.
Sorry. Oh, Lord. I was looking at StarCast in Texas. I was sorry, had it on my head. Had it on my mind. Sorry. The Great American Bash Tour. First one was July 4th. The second event was the 18th. And then the third was the 31st. So they really only toured for the month of July. And you're right. It was down from the previous year. In
They have plenty
1980,
of them. Yeah, I went to one of the Bash events in '86.
yes, they had 13. And they went from June to August. I don't know why they only did it in July. There could be some things, and I'll have to wait so I don't end up telling you something else. But there could be some reasons for that, and we'll talk later about it. But it was 3 events. Alrighty. The first Great American Bash event was held July 4th, 1987. In which city? So where was that first event? Greensboro, Charlotte, Miami, or Atlanta? So I picked this because the first event was July 4th, and I was looking for something on the holiday.
I'm going with Greensboro. Part of me wants something about my man. Where's the Orange Bowl?
I don't know. The Orange
Andrew says
Bowl?
Atlanta. Terry says Greensboro. I'm gonna go with Greensboro, but my God, I want to say that they were.
I think Miami is where the Orange Bowl is what he said.
And Heather's going with Atlanta. I'm gonna go with Miami just because it seems like I remember them pushing it because Dusty in the Orange Bowl. It seemed like they were really pushing for that on the Bash.
All right. Well, there is somebody that's right, and it was the first one was in Atlanta. So the first event, July 4th, was in Atlanta.
And Heather, but I did.
Charlotte was on the 18th, and Miami was on the 31st. So they
finished it. They finished it in Miami.
They finished it in Miami at the Orange Bowl.
I just remember them. I remember about the Orange Bowl, and it was in Dusty.
Yep. There were 12 matches on the first event. So, again, July 4th. How many of these matches were considered gimmick matches?
Was this the year? Was this the year of the Skywalkers?
No, I'll tell you that much. 0, 2, 4, or 6. So total of 12 matches. How many were actually considered gimmick matches?
I'm going to go with 2. Andrew's saying it was 4. Terry's saying it was 2.
I meant, 80. He said 86 was the year of the Skywalker.
Okay.
4 because it's
Dusty. I'm going to go 2.
Dave, you're right. It was 2. Believe it or not, it was 2.
Me and Terry got that one.
It was a Texas death match. And I think it was Dr. Steve Williams. Crap. I didn't write it down.
It was Steve Williams and Bubba Rogers, wasn't
it? No, it was not. Because Big Bubba was in a different match. I'll have to. Oh, I took a picture. Hold on. Because I was like, I took a picture so that I could remember.
It wouldn't have been Terry Gordy. It would have been Dr. Death. And who was Dr. Death feuding with? Murdoch? Heather says Murdoch.
Oh, it was. Yes. Thank you, Heather. It was Dr. Steve with Magnum TA defeated
Dr. Death.
Dick Murdoch. Do what?
Dr. Death. Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
What did I just keep saying? Dr. Steve Williams?
Dr. Steve, like he's coming in to do a pap smear. It's Dr. Steve.
Well, he's big. He's got a beard, anyway. Okay, yes.
Yeah, but he was Dr. Death. He was going to tear some shit up, okay?
Oh, Lord. No, I don't need that. On here it says Steve Williams, and I know he's Dr. Death, so I'm sorry. Again, words are hard. I don't know what in the world's happened in my brain tonight. I apologize.
We need a Heather knows her shit shirt.
No kidding. There were 6 single matches. There was 3 tag matches. There was the 2 gimmick matches, and then a 6-man on this. So just throwing that out there.
Wow.
And so it was a Texas death match, and then it was War Games. This was the first War Games.
They were doing War Games throughout the... Speaking of War Games and JJ being hurt, JJ was done.
Wait a minute, don't talk about it, because it might be a question. I don't know what you're good. I don't know what you're getting ready to say, so just be quiet. No. Okay, this is true or false. This event was the first wrestling event of the NWA JCPs to be aired live on pay-per-view. Is that true or is that false? True or false? First event, first wrestling event of the NWA's JCP to be aired live
on false.
Pay-per-view. Why do you say that?
Because I think I watched one earlier than this. I want to say I watched one.
You did not watch one earlier. I'm going to say that much.
It wasn't maybe I watched it closed circuit.
You want me to tell you?
I still say false. Go ahead.
It is false. Starrcade 87 was the final wrestling event to be aired on closed circuit TV. Oh, hold on. I swear to God, words are hard. The Great American Bash was the final wrestling event to be aired or to be live on closed circuit TV. The first to be on pay-per-view was Starrcade 87. Sorry. Like I said, I can't read my notes, apparently.
That's all right.
I'm losing it. I thought I had a good day. I don't know why I'm losing it. All right, fill in the blank, Dave. One out of the 12 matches at this event, only one was a six-man. The Fabulous Freebirds defeated Ivan Koloff, Paul Jones, and who?
Shaska Watley.
Incorrect. Anybody else want to take a stab at it? Yeah, I know the birthday month is getting to me. I got too hyped in the beginning, I guess.
Baron von Raschke.
Nope.
Ivan Koloff, Paul Jones, Crusher Khrushchev.
Nope. Not Billy Jack Haynes.
Manny Fernandez.
Ding, 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 ding. It
was
was.
Manny.
It was Manny Fernandez. Now, what I was going to talk about, I don't know. The reason why, what I was going to say earlier about maybe the reason why the events were not as many as they were previously. This was the first major card to include the UWF because Jim Crockett had purchased it, and Championship Wrestling from Florida. So you have a huge amount of talent.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were wanting to just showcase, because that's where pretty much all these people came, was from UWF in the six-man. Was from
Andrew says Crusher was smashed by this point.
Yeah.
And I believe that we had Manny in there because Rick Rude had already left and gone to WWE.
Probably. Yeah, because like I said,
because they were tag team champions when he left.
Crusher or Manny?
Rick Rude.
And Rick Rude and Manny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Manny, I saw a match online yesterday, and it was Jim Dillon. It was JJ. He was the international champion, and he was defending against Manny Fernandez. And Terry Garvin was the referee in a referee shirt. It wasn't a gimmick referee.
Really?
Yeah, Terry Garvin. But JJ with dark hair and holding a championship belt, and Manny didn't have the long hair yet.
Yeah.
And he wasn't as cut up on his forehead. It was just interesting seeing JJ. JJ was in shape. I mean, we saw JJ with the gray hair and the
right
later, but what I'm saying is it was kind of cool seeing those guys early.
That would be kind of cool. Like you said, it's always interesting. Like, who was it? They were Tony Schiavone and Conrad did a What Happened When, and they watched WWF like 1973.
Oh yeah.
And it was Lou Albano and Gorilla Monsoon. Most people, again, may not have ever known that they were wrestlers, or that, like they did.
Yeah,
all this stuff
I never saw Lou Albano in the ring as an active wrestler. He was a manager when I started watching.
Right.
But I did see Gorilla.
Yeah.
Gorilla was on the Madison Square Garden shows that were on USA when we got cable.
But you tend to forget, like you said, some of these that are managers or like older or whatever, like you said, it is kind of cool to see what they look like.
Oh, yeah.
Younger and in the ring, and Bobby Heenan was in the ring. And, I
got on Cage Match and went and looked at Bronco Lubitsch, the referee.
Yes.
And Bronco was an active wrestler. I mean, he's wrestling the Bear. Bronco Lubitsch was in a tag team match for Crockett the day I was born.
Oh, cool. I love finding out weird stuff like that.
I'm telling you, if you like to hear old wrestling results and what these guys were doing, y'all, I'll mark out moments. I'm doing a series called That Boy Was Busy. And it's just a 30-day snapshot of these guys working 20, 30 times a month and how they're traveling. I mean, I did Bruiser Brody yesterday, and he was going from Japan to Chicago and then back to Japan. And he did that twice in the month.
Ooh.
He was on one day, he was in Japan, then went to Chicago to wrestle for the AWA, then came back and wrestled Japan. And then the next week he went to Chicago again and then came back and wrestled in Japan. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah. Mileage. You need to start putting the mileage up there. All right. Another fill in the blank. J.J. Dillon took part in the very first War Games at the July 4th Great American Bash event. He was injured and was not able to participate in the second War Games, which was held July 31st. His replacement was the War Machine. Who was the War Machine?
Oh, I know. I'm gonna wait. Shall I wait for the chat?
Yeah, wait for the chat just for a second. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, when I know them that quick. But yeah, that match, that ended JJ's career, in-ring career.
I mean, no one's surprised that War Games ended a career. You know?
Oh, they don't know. War Machine. I'm kind of scared to say it now because but Andrew got it. Andrew got it. Heather called him Big Boss Man. I love you for that, Heather.
I did put both whenever I answered the question. So
yeah,
the War Machine was Ray Traylor, aka Big Bubba Rogers, or Big Boss Man, however you knew him. I don't think I knew that, and I don't know if that's just because I don't know how often I've watched the second War Games. Like, I think the first one I know I've seen just because it was the first, and they have all those different. So I don't really think I knew that either. So he took a spike to the eye as the finish. Lord. And that's all. Let's see. There were 3 title matches, which I thought was interesting. Out of 12 matches, only 3 were title matches. One was for the Western State Heritage title.
Barry Windham and Larry Zbyszko.
Rick Steiner.
Okay.
Not Barry Windham. Was the NWA World Tag Team Champions, which was a classic Rock and Roll versus Midnight Express.
Okay.
And then the UWF Tag Team Champions. And this is why I knew that Big Bubba Rogers was not what you had guessed earlier, that was in the 6-man, because it was Lightning Express versus
Tim Horner and Brad Armstrong
versus Angel of Death and Big Bubba Rogers.
Gotcha.
Lightning Express won. I don't think any titles changed hands. Rock and Roll won, but actually Midnight Express won, but it was disqualification or something. Right. So, but I mean, there were no title changes, but there's only 3 titles. I thought that was interesting.
My next that boy was busy is going to be the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh, that'll be
those
good.
boys were busy.
Oh, you're going to pick which ones? Like, what month? Is that what you said?
Pick a month. I just pick a month. I pick a month, and I pick a month, and I just start counting. I just count how many times they worked. If they work 20 times a month, it qualifies.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine? They worked.
Oh yeah. Ooh. You want me to do July?
Yeah.
Because it's your birthday month.
Maybe. Because that's a good month. July's the best month. Back when it was submit or surrender. Okay. Spike to the eye. Okay. I get you now. So that is all that I have for you for trivia.
Everybody, you can go listen to TNA Top 10. You can listen to them on Apple or wherever you get your podcast. You can watch them on Facebook Live on Sunday nights. You can watch them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I watched them today because I missed it Sunday, but I watched them today. Yeah,
the top 10 things to do on a cruise. I went on a cruise and I like the karaoke, but I hated my cruise.
Why?
I mean, my favorite thing on the cruise was to get off the fucking boat.
Why?
I just didn't like. It was an Alaskan cruise. I couldn't go to the indoor pool because the water was so rough that it looked like a wave pool. But they did top 10 things to do on a cruise, and
is that the only cruise you've been on? Is an Alaskan cruise?
Yes.
Oh man, you need to do a Caribbean. You need to get in the waters in the Gulf of Gulf of Personality, or whatever you want to call it. You need to do another cruise. You and Stephanie.
I don't get in the water no more.
Why?
Jaws.
Oh fuck.
You'll never catch me in the ocean again, ever. The closest I'm going to get if I'm getting wet at the ocean, it's because I'm sitting in Conrad's pool looking at the ocean.
Did you go to Alaska before Jaws?
No, I mean I wouldn't go in. It was too cold to get in the water in Alaska.
But
there
Jaws
wasn't no swimming
in
in Alaska.
Water.
It was cold. I was wearing a Carhartt jacket, a full coat in May.
Oh no.
No, Alaska's beautiful. It was a great trip. I just didn't like being on the boat.
Yeah. I could see that, but you get so lost on the boat because it's so big. Don't feel like it.
That's what she said.
Lord help me. I would love
the Brilliant Show.
Yes.
It's on like all the time and maybe on 24/7. Every time I look up, Brandon's on my computer. He's got more guests than Carter's got pills. I'm telling you, this he's out there promoting independent wrestling like you wouldn't believe. You catch him on Facebook. That's his primarily where he likes to be watched is on Facebook. The Brilliant Show.
Are you saying he was 24/7 before Busted Open?
I think so. I don't think he ever gets off the computer.
I will be going on his show very soon.
And Drunken Pop. The boys over at Drunken Pop, they're doing pop culture, sports, movies, music, current events. I mean, the big events like the last episode they talked about Tiananmen Square. They do a great job over there, and they're our partners here on Markout Moments. And we'd appreciate if you give those boys a listen.
Definitely, it's worth it.
July 19th. July 19th, we are dipping our toe in broadcasting professional wrestling as Bayou Independent Wrestling presents Caught in the Crossfire live at the West Monroe Convention Center. The doors open at 7, bells at 7:30. $15 advance tickets are on sale at Caldwell Banker Group, $20 at the door. But if you can't make it to West Monroe, you can come to Markout Moments YouTube page, markoutmoments.net will bring you here. We will do one match on X and Facebook just so you'll see what we're doing, but you're going to have to come over to YouTube to watch the show, to watch the rest of it. Dave and Timmy and TJ will be calling the action. I will not be able to referee the match because I'm not cleared. I will be the ringside reporter, the backstage interviewer. We're super excited to present professional wrestling, especially a card with a caliber of Caught in the Crossfire. Caleb Conley versus Steve Anthony, Barrett Brown versus Bam Bam Malone, Ray Fury, and I didn't put the shows. I didn't put all the slides up. Exodus Prime, PJ Hawks. There's so many Frankie Thomas, Nate Collins, just on and on with the talent, and it's going to be live and in living color on Markout Moments.
Exciting. So cool.
And, this is our proof of concept that we can do this, and it's something that we're hoping that we'll get to continue doing. We'd really like to have live professional wrestling, live independent wrestling, not just by you. I mean, we're planning on doing other promotions as well. So,
and it's a great show, and not everybody can. We totally get that. I can't. Not everybody's going to be able to make it to West Monroe, but there's no reason why you should miss any of the action.
It don't cost anything to watch it on this. Watch it on Markout Moments.
And see
where you're watching
wrestling.
us now, you'll be able to see it, and then if you're on Facebook or X, you'll just have to come on over.
Exactly, and tell your friends to subscribe.
Yeah, go and click that subscribe button where you're here.
Heck
click subscribe. Click that bell, because I don't like to edit, so I do my stuff live, and I'll go live. I'll go live and do That Boy Was Busy, or we'll go live and do Mid-South Memories. We'll go live and do World Class Flashback. We're having a great time bringing content to you on Markout Moments.
Our preview show was live. Just do it. Whatever. We are hovering at 9,000, getting very close to 9,000 subscribers, and we want to hit that 10,000 before our show, or before the BIW show on the 19th that we will be broadcasting commentary in. I don't know what the right word is. So
yeah. And also,
words are hard.
and
today.
if you would, go to jumpinthepond.com and check out our merch. Very reasonably priced. 15% off this month.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's my
15% off.
birthday. No.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Well, when I get done, it'll be 15% off for the month of July. I'll go and extend that promo. It ended yesterday, but I'm going to extend it.
For my birthday? You're so kind.
Terry's working hard to get us there. He's going to go create 300 more accounts.
Hey, 300 more. I wonder how many he's already created.
Yeah, make them watch. Make them watch something.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Could you do that? I don't know how that works.
Willie Buck's not here to ask me if I've got anything going on this weekend. I won't be in the ring.
He was up earlier. I don't know. He must have.
Facebook I got that notification. I know we're on
Oh.
I mean, I'm showing an exclamation point on Facebook, but Heather's able to comment, so she's watching it on Facebook.
Okay.
So until next week, she's Amy Vaughn. I'm Pondwater Dave. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week on Talking Wrestling with Pondwater and Amy on Mark Out Moments. Good night.
Bye.